Hey, Craig, let's get into some coffee talk.
Hey, I love it. I love doing some coffee talk.
Well, talk about what?
Dogs, daughters, whatever. It's coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
Hi, Mr. Craig.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Jason?
We're totally. What happened to coffee talk?
Oh, I forgot. It's a coffee talk.
It is a coffee talk. It's Jason's jammin' jivin' juxtaposition, Janglin with
A
in
jalopy
his jalopy. Yeah.
with some jelly beans.
Ooh,
What kind
that
of fish
sounds
do you
good.
not like to get stung by?
Jellyfish.
That's right. Well, what do you got for me, Mr. Jason?
Well, I think it's incredible. Reflecting on my journey and looking back at the last 10 years, I came from a place where I was ultra depressed at one point, couldn't get a job, started working my way up in starting by busing, working my way up in the restaurants, then going to school full time, and then opening the agency. Just this whole journey, right? Of self improvement too, and working out and like everything, all the stuff that I never did before. And I think it's crazy because it's the journey. It's always about the journey and not the destination. Because during that journey, I always thought about, when I get to this point, but then I kept putting the point out further. But it's about the journey, and it's what you learn on the journey. But here's the other crazy thing to that is that a lot of times we wait for perfection. That used to be my huge problem. Like I would wait. And when I played music, it was the same thing. Wait for keep refining a song over and over and over again. But as we talked about in the past, like the Beatles, they came out with all of their records and everything within 7 years. They just kept putting it out there. They didn't try to perfect each song.
No.
But as they grew, as they kept coming out with songs, they were getting better at it. If they tried to just perfect those songs at the beginning, they'd be nowhere.
Think how much smaller that Beatles catalog would be if they weren't just pumping out stuff.
And their songs would suck. I mean, their early stuff was not that great. It was, it's poppy and stuff.
Bebop-y.
Yeah, but nothing to compare with where they got, right? So much further. Then you think about it. Put it this way: if you think about the 7 years, like they did all that in 7 years, and you think about some of those songs, you're like, dang, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, then it goes back to just do it. You can practice for the race all you want, but there's nothing that's going to teach you like being on that racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
Just get on there, just do it. Don't take time. Be incredibly imperfect, and just do it. I always tell my daughter, I tell her she always tries to be perfect at things and stuff, and I get good at failing. You know, Thomas Edison took him 900 and something tries.
I like to dissect that.
Before. Yeah,
Get good at failing, because everybody says it. You can see it if you watched. It's the flavor of the month on YouTube or whatever, right? Fail fast, fail often, and all this stuff. But there's something if you look a little deeper into that, you get good at everything by doing it, right? Just by somebody will say, "Oh, I want to practice a little bit more before I get on the phone." No. Get on the phone. You got to screw up, and you'll get good at accepting messing up too, right? At handling it. Not that you're gonna constantly mess up and become somebody who messes up, but what I'm saying is you're gonna beat that fear of screwing up by not doing it. So it's kind of a chicken and egg. You have to do it to fail, but then you also have to fail in order to improve. So it's this thing. You're going to be on that merry-go-round of trying to make it perfect before you launch it if you don't just go do it. They get better by being on the phone and screwing up, but they're going to burn the leads. I don't care. Who cares? We're going to call them another 60 times anyway. So somebody's going to get it right with them, or they won't.
Right.
But that's okay. You know, there's nothing more valuable than learning from those experiences, then applying it to future ones that they never would have even done had they not failed in the first place.
Yep. So yeah, it can be applicable as an agency owner, but it can also trickle down to the staff too. Like when we hire a salesperson, the one thing that I tell them is fail fast. Like you're going to suck at this. And I tell them that because it's like, be okay with that. Like be okay with knowing that, hey, it's going to take, it takes about 80 great presentations to really nail it.
80.
So I say fail fast. Just get going. Boom, boom, boom. I want you to, be quoting at least 10 households a day. Just get going, doing it. Obviously memorizing the script, but like just do it. Work out the bugs, because the faster you fail, the faster you succeed.
Yeah. I remember, here's a good, a funny one from my repertoire of failures. When I was at Merrill Lynch, so before being an agency owner, I was at Merrill Lynch. I didn't know anything about the financial services stuff, mutual funds and all these other things. And I remember my first meeting, I had to wear a suit. I had an old beat up Prelude that had Bondo on the side that I drive to Merrill Lynch in, no air conditioning. It was like 150 degrees in Tucson, and I'd get there and I'd always be sweaty. It was the worst. And I get in there and I have my meeting, and these people come in, and I not only was I sweaty from being hot, but then I was super nervous because I didn't feel like I'd practiced enough on it. But really, at the end of the day, that first meeting was something that I had to do, and I wasn't going to do well the first time anyway. You're worried they're thinking all these things, but they agreed to take a meeting. Carruthers talks about it. If somebody is agreed to take a meeting, they already have some positive opinion of you, right? They already are like open to it. But I remember I was sitting in that room. Who even knows what I was saying? And I had sweat. A sweat was coming down my face, like a sweat dripped off my nose. It was rough, but made it through that, right? And each subsequent appointment became much easier. And until then, there was confidence. Then I did great. But gathering those assets at the beginning, that was tough, not knowing anything. And I think a lot of agency owners are in the same position where maybe they haven't managed people, or they haven't coached people. We talk about that a lot with our the Teledudes clients is well, I don't know how this works. No, you just got to do it. Put it in there, start doing it. And it's okay to goof up or whatever. Or run the meetings. We talk about running meetings with your team. Well, I don't know what to talk about. It doesn't matter. Have the meeting. You know what to talk about. You own an agency. All day long we talk about there's 10 billion things to do. Take one of those 10 billion things and talk about it.
Yeah. And it's not, I'm not good at it. You always got to put yet.
It's just, yeah.
I'm not good at it yet.
It's unfamiliar.
Because you can get good at anything. There's nothing that it's not like a finite thing. It's not like I'm good at speeches. I'm not good at speeches. It's you're not good yet. If you choose to be good at something, you just have to put the time into it.
Yeah. And you'll never be perfect at it.
No, suck. Be okay with sucking.
Even the meetings, right? Like I remember the first few meetings that we had, it was just kind of a mess. But then, okay, that was a mess. Maybe I should write some stuff down first, right? Then you wrote some stuff down. Yep. Oh, then we stuck to that. Okay, that worked. And then, every time that living, breathing process started to get better. And now we have it listed. Here you go. Right now, if another agent said, well, what do I talk about? It's so easy to hand them. It just go, oh, you do this. And I was at you and I were both at one point at that spot where it didn't seem like we could do it. So
100%.
You have to get uncomfortable. And the journey is it. That's you learn in the journey. There's only one destination, and it's the final destination. And you don't want to go there right now.
100%. Yeah. It's just funny. I mean, it's just funny how that works. We're so risk adverse that it's just like, you think about working out, right? In order to build muscle, you have to break down the muscle. You have to be sore and uncomfortable. You can't lift 2 pounds and expect to get ripped, right? You have to make yourself incredibly uncomfortable.
You have to,
get to the get to
You
the
have to
point
do it.
where you're like almost throwing up. You know what I mean? Like or at least that's how you get to see the better results.
That's how I
Get
felt
used to
yesterday on my
pain.
first ride. I was almost throwing up. But that was good, right? Because I got in my head and I wasn't going. And it happens to everybody. You fall off the horse and you stop doing something. You just got to get back on it.
Get back on that horse. Just
Or
do it.
Have somebody hold you accountable. That's what I did. I had all of the people at the agencies Ignite hold me accountable to riding the bike yesterday. And guess what? I rode the bike because I was more scared of having them give me crap about not riding than I was of riding. I knew it was coming. And that's why I said it in front of everybody to hold myself accountable, because I would have just ejected and said, I'll do it next week. So I did it. Now I'm going to go every other day. I'm going to go. Now I just need to get into the actual gym, but I don't like to wear a mask at the gym. And that's a coffee talk.
Yeah. A spare tire is good on your car for flats, but not on this guy, which I
Do you have
got.
a spare tire? You do?
A little bit.
Little muffin top?
Yeah, I need to get back to my routine. I had some chicken wings last night.
Oh,
super good.
Well, you can't do that.
Dude.
Jersey Joe's by day and chicken wings at night?
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, Jersey Mike's, yeah.
Jersey Fred's.
Yeah, whatever. So I know it's Jersey. What happened to the bike?
Yeah.
You had that little bike seat that you could sit at your desk.
Oh, I ejected it. It's here at the office now.
Well, why don't you put it in the studio there?
Because here's the thing. When
I don't want to hear the
bike,
excuses.
when you're biking and sweating, it's really hard to use a mouse. And it's like, you're like trying to like I'll try to type out a thought and it will take me about 5 minutes to type one sentence.
Everybody listening to this, if you think that Jason is making up excuses, I'd like you to text it to 520-214-2219 and say, Jason just made up an excuse.
It's true. I need to do it without the computer. Just do it by itself.
I can't see that you're sweating so
Multitasking is
much
not a
that
good
your
idea.
hand slips off the mouse. That just seems a little strange to me.
Dude, try it. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea.
Well, I have a real
It's not
bike,
good.
not a one at the computer.
Right. So imagine that. Imagine if you had a desktop while you're writing.
You need spandex.
I 100% need spandex. That's correct.
Well,
text 520-214 or what is it?
214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
And Craig will send you a picture of him in spandex.
Kenzo's
Or
going
won't.
skiing. If you put excuses, then Jason will ride his bike on the next one. If you put spandex, then I will send a picture in my cycling outfit. So you have two options.
That's a coffee talk.
Yeah, that's a coffee talk. We'll see ya.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium
Yes.
off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes, it's a weekly call that we're doing right now it's live and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now, live.teledudes.com.
Live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Craig, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with.
Mm.
That's right.
the calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's
Okay.
520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it. I love it.
Nice.